Hello everyone and welcome to Kiru's online lectures. I am Kira Jamtani and today's topic is Statistics Part 4. See, in Part 1 we already studied introduction and mean. In Part 2 we studied median. In Part 3 we studied mode. Now in this part we are going to study Ogive. Now see, basically what is Ogive? The Ogive is graphical representation of cumulative frequency distribution. Now we have two types of Ogive. The one is less than type Ogive, so we call it as less than type. Other one is more than type Ogive. With the help of these ogives, we can also find median. So, coming on to what is this less than type and more than type ogive. So, ogives of less than type, how we have to plot it in a graph. So, the steps are, we have to mark upper limit of the class interval on the horizontal axis and their cumulative frequencies on the vertical axis. Then we will plot these points corresponding to the ordered pairs by upper limit and corresponding cumulative frequency, and we will join them by a freehand smooth curve. So, let us suppose this is a graph. So, here we have in x axis we have upper limit and in y axis we will plot cumulative frequency. So, when we will plot a curve, when we will join these points by freehand, we will get a curve like this. So, this curve will always be moving towards the upward direction. So, this is known as less than ogive. Coming on to more than ogive. The ogive of more than type, over here what we will do, we will mark lower limit of the class interval on horizontal axis and their corresponding cumulative frequencies on the vertical axis. Then we will plot the points corresponding to the ordered pairs by the lower limit and the corresponding cumulative frequency. We will join them by the freehand. So, this is, let us suppose, our graph. So, in horizontal axis we will take lower limit and in vertical axis we will take cumulative frequencies. So, here we will get again a curve. This curve will be moving in downward direction. So, this is known as more than ogive. Sometimes what happens, they say to find median through graph only. So, in that case what we have to do, we have to draw this less than ogive and then we will find n by 2. We will locate this n by 2 in y axis. Let us suppose we located over here in y axis n by 2. So, corresponding to this point perpendicular, we will draw a line which will be intersecting over here in x axis. So, this point is then called as median. It is for less than type ogive. But yes, if they have said in question to find more than and less than ogive, so this is more than and this is less than ogive. So, the intersection of these points is x coordinate. We will draw this, the corresponding x coordinate is median. If we have to draw both more than and less than ogive in a graph, and then we have to find median. Now coming on to question. So, the question is, the following distribution gives daily income of 50 workers of a factory. So, the daily income is given and number of workers are also given. We have to convert the distribution above to a less than cumulative frequency distribution and we have to draw its ogive. So, daily income, we will first convert it into cumulative frequency. This is daily income. Then we have number of workers, and then we'll find because we have to find less than cumulative curve, so we'll write over here less than cumulative frequency. So for less than cumulative frequency, we'll write over here upper limit, and then here we'll write its cumulative frequency. So daily income 100 to 120, 120 to 140, 140 to 160, 160 to 180, 180 to 200. Number of workers are 12, 14, 8, 6 and 10. Now upper limit, because it is a less than cumulative curve, so we have to write over here upper limit. Upper limit is 120, so we will write less than 120. Then we will write less than 140, then less than 160, less than 180, then less than 200. Coming on to its cumulative frequency, less than 120 is 12 only, less than 140 is 12 plus 14, which is 26, less than 160 is, we will add all these three, that is 26 plus 8, which is 34, less than 180, 34 plus 6, 40, and 40 plus 10 is 50. Now these points will be plotted in y axis, this upper limit will be plotted in x axis. So now the points were, which we got over here, that were 120 and 12, less than 120, 12, then 140 and 26, then we had 160 and 34, 180 and 40, 250. So now we will plot these points in this graph, and then we will join these points by freehand smooth curve. We will get a less than Ogive graph. Less than Ogive cumulative frequency distribution curve will get. So first point is 120 and 12. If we assume this is 120, so 120 and 12 will approximately come over here. So this is a coordinate of 120 and 12. Then we have 140. So 140 is coming over here, and 26, it will come here like this. Then 160 and 34. So 160 and 34 is over here. Then we have 180 and 40. So 180 and 40 is like this. Then we have 250, it is over here. So now we will join these curves by freehand. Join these points, sorry. We have to join these points by freehand. So this is our less than Ogive curve. So this is how we have to draw these curves. Yes, over here we have to write x axis scale also, and we have to write y axis scale also. Like over here in x axis we have taken as 1 unit 50, and the y axis, in y axis we have taken 1 unit as 10. Coming on to next question. Next question is distribution below gives the marks of 100 students, 0 to 5, 5 to 10, 10 to 15, 15 to 20, 20 to 25, 25 to 30, 30 to 35 and 35 to 40. These are the marks of these students. Now we have to draw less than and more than Ogive from the given data. Hence, then we have to obtain median marks from the graph. So first we have to, since over here we have to draw less than and more than both Ogive. So over here first we will write marks, then we will write number of students, so for less than Ogives we will take upper limit. So here we will write upper limit. For upper limit we will take cumulative frequencies, and then we will write over here lower limit. because for more than ogives we have to take lower limit and their cumulative frequencies. So the marks are given to us, which is 0 to 5, 5 to 10, 10 to 15, 15 to 20, 20 to 25, 25 to 30, 30 to 35, 35 to 40. So the number of students corresponding to these marks are 4, 6, 10, 10, 25, 22, 18 and 5. Now since over here we have to draw less than and more than ogive both the graphs, both the curves. So first we will find the points for less than ogive. So when we have to draw the curve for less than ogive, we will write over here the upper limit is 5. So we will write like this, less than 5, then it will be less than 10, less than 15, less than 20, less than 25, less than 30, less than 35, less than 40. So corresponding to this cumulative frequencies we will write. Less than 5 is 4 only, so I will write 4 here. Less than 10, 4 plus 6, which will be 10. Less than 15, 10 plus 10, it is 20. Less than 20, it will be 20 plus 10, 30. Then 30 plus 25, 55. Then 55 plus 22, 77. 77 plus 18, 95. 95 plus 5, it will be 100. So these are the points which we got for less than ogive curve. Now we have to calculate the points for more than ogive. So for more than ogive, we have to write over here what? Lower limit. Lower limit is 0. So here we will write what? More than 0. More than 0, more than 5, more than 10, more than 15, more than 20, more than 25, more than 30 and more than 35. So now more than 0, if we see, more than 0 is cumulative frequency 100. So this 100 will write over here because it is more than 0. More than 5, more than 5 except 4, all are more than 5. So 100 minus 4 will do, we will get 96. Then more than 10, in more than 10 now this 96 we got, so we will again subtract the 6, so we will get more than 10, it will be 90. Similarly now we have to subtract from these frequencies, 90 minus 10, 80, 80 minus 10, 70, 70 minus 25, we will get 45, 45 minus 22, 23, then 23 minus 18, it will be 5. Now since we have got these points, so we will plot these points in a graph. So the points were, which we got for less than ogive, the point was 5, 4, then it was 10, 10, then 15, 20, 20, 30, 25, 55, 30, 77, 35, 95 and 40, 100. These were the points for less than ogive. Then we will find the points for more than. We will write the point for more than ogive. More than ogive was 0, 100, then 5, 96, then 10, 90, then we have 15, 80, then we had 20, 70, 25, 45, 30, 23 and then 35 and 5. So left hand side I have written the points of less than ogive and right hand side I have written the points of more than ogive. So now we'll plot these points in this graph, and then we'll join these points by freehand curve. So the intersection of these curves will indicate the median on x-axis. So the first point is 5, 4. So this is 5 and this one is 4. So this is a point for first. Then 10, 10. So 10 and 10 will be getting over here. This is 10 and 10. Then we have 15, 20, which is over here. Then 20 and 30. So 20, 30 is here. Then we have 25 and 55. So 25 and 55 will come over here approximately. Then 30 and 77, it's coming over here. Then 35 and 95 is like here. Then 40 and 100 is here. So these curves, when we'll join them, this curve is of less than Ogive. Now coming on to more than Ogive. So more than Ogive, 0, 100. 0, 100 means this is the point, first point. Then 5 and 96. So 5 and 96 will be getting approximate over here. Then 10 and 90. So 10 and 90 is over here. Then 15 and 80, it's over here. 20 and 70, like this. Then we have 25 and 45. So 25 and 45 will be getting over here. So then we have 30 and 23. This is 30 and this is 23. Then 35 and 5. So now we'll join them, these curves. So this is our more than Ogive curve. Now if we look over here, we have to then find our cumulative, we have to find median. So the intersection of these curves is giving us this point. So this will draw a line which is perpendicular to the x-axis. Thus when we'll draw over here, so the median is coming out to be 25. So median is 25. So in today's video we studied how to draw cumulative frequency distribution curves. Cumulative frequency distribution curves are of two types. The one is less than Ogive and more than Ogive. We also studied how to calculate medians from these Ogives. Hope you guys are finding videos helpful. So do like, share and subscribe the channel. Thank you.